On Saturday, November 18th, City of Kenner voters will be asked to decide whether or not to approve a millage to provide necessary additional funding to the Kenner Fire Department, a vital component to the safety and quality of life for the residents and business owners of Kenner. Currently, the dedicated millage for the Kenner Fire Department is 7.4 mils and the primary dedicated source of funding. This millage was first established in 1983, and over the past 40 years, the cost of the department's needs has increased, and the millage rate has never generated the necessary funds to accommodate rising costs. 7.4 mils generate approximately $4.1 million annually. However, the KFD annual budget is currently $11.2 million, and that is with firefighters being paid wages far below industry standards. For reference, the current starting pay for a new Kenner firefighter is $8.92 per hour. Our firefighters and their effectiveness are vital to our community. As a Class 1 rated department by the Property Insurance Association of Louisiana, KFD properly staffs its suppression division, has a dedicated aerial truck, and initiates thousands of hours of dedicated training. Without passage of a millage to properly fund KFD, it would become increasingly difficult to maintain the Class 1 rating, which in turn could impact insurance rates for Kenner residents and businesses. Our KFD firefighters responded to 2,894 calls for service in 2022 that included residential and commercial structure fires, emergency medical services, motor vehicle accidents and fires, hazardous material incidents, and investigations. They are also responsible for all fire hydrant inspections, public fire prevention training, and have a properly trained urban search and rescue team. Now let's take a moment to review the functionality of millages. A mill in the city of Kenner generates approximately $605,000. There are a total of 26,729 taxable parcels within the city of Kenner, with 1,121 of those parcels being 100% homestead exempt. A parcel with a homestead exemption decreases the taxable value of the property. Currently, 73% of Kenner residential properties are valued under $200,000. Therefore, the ability to generate a large volume of tax revenue is limited. If approved, the 18.2 millage rate will replace the current 7.4 millage rate with a net increase of 10.8 mils. If approved, this replacement millage is expected to generate approximately $10.9 million per year, significantly decreasing the detrimental annual budget shortfall, a shortfall that the city's general fund must be used to subsidize. Currently, the general fund subsidizes the Kenner Fire Department by approximately $6 million. If approved, the fire millage will fall more in line with fire millages assessed to residents and business owners in nearby jurisdictions and districts. For example, the East Bank Consolidated Fire Department has a dedicated 25 mils. The independent fire districts across the West Bank of unincorporated Jefferson Parish have dedicated millages ranging from 20 to 24.45 mils. Replacing the 7.4 mils for KFD with 18.2 mils is still going to cost a Kenner resident or business owner less than one in unincorporated Jefferson Parish. Moving on to the topic of what it will cost you. An 18.2 millage will cost the owner of a property assessed at $100,000 $3.83 per month, or 12 cents per day, or 1 cent per incident. The owner of a property assessed at $300,000 will pay $34.16 per month, or $1.12 per day, or 14 cents per incident. If approved, this replacement millage will generate additional funds to pay fire personnel adequate wages so that the Kenner Fire Department is able to increase the retention of these vital first responders. It will fund construction and renovation of fire stations, the purchase of personal protective equipment, firefighting equipment, and training opportunities. So on November 18th, we are asking Kenner voters to make a choice. a choice that will impact the quality of life for Kenner residents and businesses, the effectiveness of our first responders at the Kenner Fire Department, and the overall safety of our community.